Chapter 6A title Certification Adam Nugent Rosenberger. 6A4001 Instructional Personnel Certification. The purpose of instructional personnel certification is to provide evidence of educators in the state of Florida professionally qualified in order to protect the educational interests of students, parents, and public at large. Instructional personnel who obtain the certification in the state of Florida shall possess adequate pediology, pediological relevant subject matter knowledge, and demonstrate an acceptable level of professional. Certificates are used and issued by Florida Department of Education in accordance with Section 1012-56 Florida State statutes. These rules and other statutory provisions have impact on the educator certification process. Persons should refer to both statutes and the rules of completing information regarding the legal basis of instructional personnel certification. Certification is administered and implemented by the Bureau of Educator Certification, Florida Department of Education, 325 West Gainey Street, Tallahassee, Florida, 32399 40400. Communication of the department shall be directed to that office. The office of the superintendent of schools for each district school system may also be contacted for information regarding the educator certification process. Rulemaking authority is 100102, 101255, 101256 Florida State Law. Implemented 100132, 101255, 101256 Florida State History News, April 20th, 1964. And April 11, 1960, amended April 11, 1969, July 19, 1972, repromulgated December 5th, 1974, and amended in May 11, 1976, and July 1st, 1979, December 11, 1979, March 17, 1981, September 30th, 1984, formerly 6A401, amended in 12/25/86, October 31st, 1988, and October 15th, 2001. Application process to apply for Florida Educator Certification. An individual shall submit to the Bureau of Education Certification following a completed form of the CG10 non-refundable applicable fee from the CG10 application. Florida Educator Certification, effective October 2009, and hereby incorporated by the reference in part of this rule. This form obtained without the cost of Florida Department of Education Bureau to the Educator Certification, 325 West Gainey Street, Tallahassee, Florida, 32399 400, may be submitted only to the VIVA, the Department of Education Educator Certification website. The non-refundable applicable fee is prescribed below. Request for a professional certification, $75. Request for temporary certification, $75. And additional coverage endorsement of the valid certificate, $75. Request for the name of change, only $20. Request for duplicate certification, subject deletion, or $20. Or a completed form of the CG10R to the non-refundable applicable fee. The CGR10R application renewable reinstatement professional Florida Educator Certificate, effective October 2009, is hereby incorporated by the reference made by this part. The form may be obtained without the cost of Florida Department of Education Bureau Educational Certification, 325 West Gainey Street, Tallahassee, Florida, 32399 400. May be submitted only to the VIVA, the Department of Education Educator's website, certification website. The non-refundable applicable fee is $75, and an application of the certification is that it received the Bureau of Educational Certification by the District School Board after the examination of professional certificate is specified in 6A4005 140 Administrative Code, shall be submitted with a $30 late fee in addition with a non-refundable application fee. 2 college transcripts. Each college transcript filled with the certification purpose shall bear the seal of the institution signature register of the other official designated president of the institution, shall include the descriptive titles, credits, and grades of all courses listed in transcript. Institutions outside the United States shall include the English translation. Transcript shall not be returned until the application has been processed. The application has been revised and regarded eligible for certification. 3. Completed application. Completed application shall consist of completed application form, fee, official transcript, other documents required for the rule or law to process the application. The application shall be advised of the additional information that is required to complete the application. If the information required to complete the application has not been received in the Bureau of Educator Certification of the Florida Department of Education in the District School Board Office within 12 months from the date of the receipt of the application shall expire. The fee shall be forfeited. For the funding of the Recovery Network program for the educator, $2 of each of the $75 certification shall be designated to the Fund and Recovery Network program for educators. Each district school board office shall issue certificates for employee school districts as follows: an application for renewal of professional certification, application addition of the subject of valid professional certification based on a passing score earned after July 1st, 2002 on the bachelor's degree level of the Florida subject area tested, an application addition with an endorsement area to the valid base of the completion approved with in service of the core components of the district add-on endorsement program. An application for the certification is issued solely to reflect the change in the name. Application for the duplicate of a valid certificate. The employing school district shall remain monthly basis of the Department of Education $30 of each $75 fee, $7 of each of the $20 fee, completed with the issuance of the certificate for a cost of the maintaining the technology system web-based application and the printing and mailing certificates. Rulemaking authority is 1001-02, 1012-55, 1012-56, 1012-586, 1012-59. For state law implemented 943-055-85, 943-059, 12-32, 12-54, 12. 1012-54, 1012-55, 1012-56, 1012-586, 1012-59, 1012-798. For the state history news of July 6, 1982, amended in September 27, 1983, formerly 6A4012, amended in December 25, 1986, October 26, 1988, May 2nd, 1990, April 24th, 1991, July 7th, 1992, May 3rd, 1994, July 18th, 1995, September 17th, 2001, November 25th, 2003, December 27th, 2004, January 1st, 2008, and October 21st, 2009. General Provisions G 6A4002, General Provisions Educator Certificate 1, a type of certificate, the type of certificate, a professional certificate, non-renewable professional certificate, the temporary certificate, and the athletic coaching certificate. Requirements for obtaining all types of certificates are specified in 6A4004 at Florida Administrative Codes. Application for Florida Educational Certification shall be governed by the Florida State Statute rules. Temporary professional certificates that are in effect at the time of the application or qualification initial certification, provided successful certificates are issued in consecutive school official years. The individual who permits the temporary certification to expire for at least one school year may secure another full-time in accordance with the Florida State Statute rules and temporary professional certificates, which are in effect of the type of the most recent Bureau Educational Certification, Florida Department of Education. Effective dates of the certificate. Each certificate shall bear an effective date of July 1st of the school official year for which it is issued. The definition of coverage. The coverages that are used in the Florida State Board of Education educator certification shall be defined as designation of the Florida Educator Certificate who indicates in which an individual is in the content knowledge of the base of the coverage shall be synonymous with the term subject area and field. Definition. Endorsement are used in the Florida State Florida State Board of Education rules and educator certification shall be defined as a writer of the Florida Educator Certification designated coverage. The endorsement shown in the certificate with the coverage signifies the pediological knowledge with which the target's particular level, stage of development, and circumstances. General Provisions Act. The classification, coverage, and endorsement shall on certifications. Each covered endorsement shall on and the certificate shall identify the academic class, administrative class, specialty class, vocational class, classification specified in specialization rule for each of the coverage endorsements. Authorization of the Commissioner of Education under the extenuating circumstances not covered in these rules. The Commissioner has authorized issued certificate individual upon the request of the Florida District School Superintendent. H has responsibility for qualifying maintain a valid certificate. H shall be responsible for each of the applicant complete all requirements for the temporary professional certificate and to file with the Bureau of Educational Certification. Florida Department of Education advance such completion with the specified timelines for a renewal of the professional certificate. H shall be the responsible of each of the applicant to obtain the current information regarding renewal requirements and complete such requirements prior to the expiration of the personnel certificate. Information regarding renewal of the professional certification may be obtained with the contacting employing Florida District School Board or non-public school or contacting Bureau Educational Educator Certification, Florida Department of Education, 325 West Gainey Street, Tallahassee, Florida 323990400. Certificates of other states. Certificate from other states shall not be valid for teaching in Florida. Certification from other states used in document eligibility for Florida certification shall be standard educator certificate issued by the state of the comparable to a professional certification and be issued as subject comparable to Florida certification subject. C. Require the same higher level of training required certification in the subject of Florida. Official documentation of another state's certification of the photocopy of the front of the back of the original certificate. The certificate is a national certification organization. Certification is a national certification organization approved by the Florida State or by the State Board of Education shall be issued in a subject comparable to the Florida certification subject. Require the same higher degree of level required certification in that subject and official documentation national certification and shall photocopy on the front of the back of the original certificate. Alterations of certification. Alteration of a certificate within the intent misled but the defrauded the sufficient grounds of the revocation of the certificate shall be incumbent upon the certificate holder to establish evidence of the absence of the intent to mislead and defraud. 2. The degree major. The degree major used for the Florida State Board of Education rules. Educator proposed and defined for the major field identified by the degree and granting institution. Degree major completed by the accredited approved institution as defined in 6A4003 Florida Administration Codes in an area which Florida offers certificate may be utilized in satisfying specialization requirements specified in 6A4008 and 6A4035 and 6A4054 6 and through 6A4062 Florida Administrative Codes. For the subjects to be shown on the certificate, the Commissioner authorized to deny accept of the major for the certification purpose for the major are not comparable in quantity, content, specific course requirements listed in Florida State Board of Education rules for certification in the subject. 3. The college credit. College credits used for educator certification purposes shall undergraduate graduate earn at the accredited approved institution recommended to the American Council of Education. Ace of the specified Rule 6A4003 Florida Administrative Codes. All college credits should be computed by semester hours. 1/4 hour of the college credit shall be equal to 2/3 of one semester hour. Community junior college and credit used for the educational purposes shall purpose those as the first, second year of the course work of additional approved institutions shall be comparable to the courses offered by the Florida Community Junior College which have been approved with the Florida Department of Education waiver of college credit. Course exemption. College courses verified and written institution higher education shall be accepted the same as the credit earned of the course to meet the specific courses requirement of the certification. College teaching experience is teaching a college credit course experience excluding the academic remediation. An approved institution or accredited community junior college as described in 6A4003 Administrative Code shall be accepted for the same credit earned in this case or is to meet the specific course requirement for certification. Written statement from the register official designated by the president verifying the college teaching experience shall be filed with the Bureau of Educator Certification Department of Education. 5. The teaching experience definition of the teacher's experience and teaching experience as are used in Florida State Board of Education for educational certificate purposes shall be defined as full-time teaching administrative supervisor services teacher experience for the academic administrative vocational specialty class subjects gained in the public state and supported schools and defined in section 103012 Florida State statutes and pre-kindergarten ages 3 and 4 schools which in public and state supported schools as is contracted for the public system in the birth be through age 2 schools in which the public state supported school or contractor of the public school system. However, the teaching experience is non-public school shall be acceptable provided that the applicant held with the full-time teaching certificate is by the state of Department of Education and the state of which the teaching experience was acquired. The teaching experience used with vocational classes subjects shall be gained in the elementary secondary schools as specified in subparagraph 5A1 of this rule. The public state and supported vocational technical school or an accredited community junior college is described in 6A4003 Florida Administrative Codes. Utilization of teaching experience. A year of full-time experience may be accepted in lieu of 3 semester hours of the college credit. A maximum of 3 years of teaching experience may be used in lieu of 9 semester hours of college credit. No more than 1 year of the teaching experience may be based in lieu of the 3 semester of the college credit towards satisfying single course requirement professional preparation. No more than 2 years of teaching experience may be used in lieu of 6 semester college credit hours as defining requirements of specialization areas when teaching experience satisfy course requirements of specialization area or satisfy special methods course requirements of the professional preparation and teaching experience shall be comparable in the course of the requirement required in the subject field and appropriate instructional level to which it is applied. Limitations on the use of the technical experience. Teaching experience shall not be accepted in lieu of college credit satisfying the following certification requirements. 1. Renewal and reinstatement professional certificate reinsurance temporary certificate satisfaction of graduate's credit requirement satisfaction as an entire certification subject. Non-citizens and non-citizen may be issued an official statement of the status of eligibility or certificate as specified below. An official statement of status of eligibility shall be issued when the applicant meets the requirements of section 1012-56-1 Florida State statutes. Certification may be issued when the application requirements in Rule 6A4004 Florida Administrative Code official of the employing of the Florida Public supported non-public school submits documentation appropriate immigration status. Documentation shall be a photocopy of the completed United States Immigration Naturalization Form I-9 employment and eligibility verification accepted with the employment in compliance with the United States Immigration Reform Control Act of 1986. Exchange teachers. Exchange teacher is defined as a teacher for the country other than the United States teaching as a result of a reciprocal arrangement of the United States government or a national recognized organization in the United States and another country. A temporary certificate valid for 3 years may be issued to each of the teacher. The certificate shall reflect the designation of each teacher and shall not reflect the subject. Only one certification may be issued under the provision when the applicant meets the following requirements. Submit the application form of the fee of the specified in 6A40012 Florida Administration Codes. Submit the verification and participation in exact change exchange program verification shall provide the employing school district state supported non-public school and submit a request and issuance of the temporary certificate from employing Florida school superintendent of the chief administrative officer of the state supported non-public school in which the Department of Education proof of the documentation demonstrated the required professional educational competency. The general provisions and rulemaking authority was 100102, 101255, 101256 for state law implemented in 100102, 101255, 101256 for state history news of April 10, 1964 and April 8, amended April 8, 1968, April 11, 1970, October 18, 1971, March 19, 1972, December 18, 1972, June 17, 1973, April 19, 1974, repromulgated in December 5, 1974, amended in June 22, 1976, June 27, 1977, December 26, 1977, April 27, 1978, July 1, 1979, July 2, 1979, June 26, 1980, July 28, 1981, January 3, 1982, May 11, 1982, June 22nd, 1983, March 28, 1984, January 31st, 1985, March 13th, 1985, Joint Administrative Obligation Field C, FARS, Volume 12, Number 11 Act, March 14th, 1986, formerly 6A and 402, amended December 25th, 1986, October 18th, 1980, October 10th, 1989, April 15th, 1991, November 10th, 1992, May 30th, 1994, November 13, 1996, October 15, 2001, December 27, 2004, July 27, 2006. Joint Administrative Procedures Committee objection resolved for the Chapter 86 through 156 Laws of Florida, Florida Administrative Regulation, Register Volume 35, Number 27, July 10, 2009, amended in January 1st, 2014. Degrees and programs and credits. Degrees and programs and credits should determined and accepted for the accredited educator certification purpose based on the following accredited institution degrees credited awarded for the institution higher learning accredited one of the accredited associations listed shall be acceptable for the educational certification purposes as documentation institution official transcript regional accreditation association regional accreditation association are follows the Southern Association of Colleges, Schools, Middle States Association of Colleges and Schools, New England Associates of Schools and College, North Central Association of Colleges and Schools, Northwest Commission of Colleges and Universities, and Western Association of Schools and Colleges. Degrees, programs, and credits. Accredited agencies approved by the United States Department of Education. Non-accredited approved institution. Non-accredited approved institution of higher learning. It shall be identified and qualify the program resulting in a bachelor's or higher degree of one of the following criteria. The institution is accepted for certification purposes. The state of Department of Education institution located. The institution was except for the licensure of 2001 has been maintained qualifying criteria purposes. Section 1005-06, the Florida State Statutes of 2001. The institution is newly created the Florida Public College University that offers a bachelor or higher degree program. The institution located outside the United States awarded degree is the equivalent bachelor or higher degree awarded to the accredited institution in the United States, isolated with the credit with acceptable certification purposes are provided the credit and the equivalent college credit earned in the United States, or the degrees, programs, and credits. The degree of the institution was accepted by the accredited institution, either the transfer as basis for the admission into the graduate program, which resulted in conferral of the higher degree. The documentation of the degrees and credits for the institution in the United States of the territory shall be an official transcript. The documentation, degrees, and the credits institution outside the United States of the original accredited evaluation report prepared for the accredited institution is specified in paragraph 1A and B of this rule by accreditation evaluation agency. The department is specified in subsection 6. The original credential evaluation report must include the summary of equivalent United States post-secondary level academic program. Upon request, it must include a detailed breakdown of all courses and descriptive titles of equivalent United States post-secondary semester and hours and grades. The highest acceptable degree level of training. The highest degree has been awarded by the accredited approved the institution described in subsection 1 and 2 of this rule shall be recognized, and the certification of the degree shall be determined by the criteria listed below. The bachelor degrees earned bachelor degrees such as a bachelor of arts, the bachelor of science, the bachelor education degree, which is normally required 4 years of the higher education, a foreign degree of the required 16 years of the combined pre-university education. Foreign degree has been evaluated credential evaluation agency approved by the department specified in subsection 6 of the rule of accredited approved institution as equivalent to the bachelor degree of an institution described in subsection 1 and 2 shall be recognized as a bachelor degree level of training. Master's degree. A master's degree is an earned advanced bachelor's degree professional nature such as library science combination of an earned 4-year bachelor's degree, a post-secondary bachelor foreign degree that required at least 5 years of higher education, foreign post-bachelor that has been evaluated by a credential agency approved for the department specified in subsection 6 of the rule. Accredited approved institution equivalent to the master degree of the institution described in subsection 1 and 2 of the rules is recognized by the master degree of the level of training. The specialist education that earned 6-year postmaster level degree in education specialist education degree shall be recognized as a specialist degree of the level of training. 4 doctorate degrees and earned academic professional doctors are earned by the Bachelor of Laws, Higher Law, and granted an institution of higher learning of the United States. Foreign doctorate degree of the required level at least 7 years of the higher education foreign doctor's degree have been evaluated credential evaluation agency of the department is specified in subsection of the rule. Accredited of the approved institution equivalent to the doctor's degree of the institution described in subsection 1 and 2 of this rule recognized by the doctor's degree level of training. A certificate or diploma or other award shall not be recognized as an earned degree. Accreditation acceptance for the teacher education programs for specification purposes. The teacher education programs approved by the Florida Department of Education, educational program approved by the Florida Department of Education shall fulfill the general professional preparations and requirements for the special requirement major subjects approved as the documentation as the program completion statement of the institution official transcript. The teacher education shall have been granted by an accredited or the department approved institution. The major subject approved program shall be subject in which the Florida Office certification instructional level or major subject approved shall be comparable to abroad, then instructional level of which Florida offers certification in the subject. Whether the master's higher degree is required for Florida certification in the subject, the project may have been completed at the same or higher degree level. Documentation of teacher education programs. The institution within the United States of the territory shall be official transcript. Documentation of teacher educational programs from the institution outside of the United States shall be original credential evaluation report prepared by the accredited institution as specified in paragraph 1A(b) of this rule by the Credential Evaluation Agency approved by the Department as specified in subsection 6 of this rule. Original credential evaluation report must include the summary of equivalent United States post-secondary degree and academic program awarded upon request. Must also include a detailed breakdown of all courses as descriptive titles with equivalent United States post-secondary semester hours and grades. American Council of Education college course credits. The college course credits recommended American Council of Education ACE shall be acceptable for the educator certification purposes as documented as an official ACE transcript. The Department shall approve the Educational Credential Evaluation Agency that holds the membership in the good standing National Recognized Association Credential Evaluation Services that are published standards of the evaluation form, credential admission standards of the membership, and enforced with the ethics and good practices evaluation national and international higher education associations such as National Association Credential Evaluation Services, NACES, the Association Internal Credential Evaluator, ACES. The agency provides evidence of the compliance with the following: the employer evaluation staff of the recipient substantive experience in the United States evaluating foreign credentials covering all levels of education, verifying the staff receives ongoing professional development, credential evaluation methods and procedures, provides verification agencies that avoid employees reliable procedures, accurately identifying the authenticity of foreign educator credentials, establishing recognition and accreditation of academic institution, makes available for the public clear and precise requirements for evaluation, including required documentation, schedule fees, and estimate of the time typically required to complete an evaluation. The user current and professional accepted resources, references, materials pertain to the evaluation of the foreign credentials includes the standard reference of the field identifies by the bibliographical listing. User reliable services accurately translating education credentials in original language in English. Prepares evaluation report based on the documentation necessary to perform accurate evaluation. Identifies documentation prepared. The evaluation reporting in the type of the authentic documentation, name of the location, the institution, name of the program, diploma, degree, major field study years, completion, equivalency to earn and accredit post-secondary college credit in the United States. Provides a list of 3 or more references to the contact information agency, affiliation, national, international, higher education associations such as departments of education, professional education organization, accredited post-secondary institutions. Degrees, programs, and credits of the rulemaking authorities 100102, 101255, 101256, Florida State Law 1000, 101255, 101256, Florida State History News, April 20th, 1964, and as is March 26, 1966, April 8th, 1968, July 7th, 1968, April 11th, 1978, January 17th, 1972, republicated in December 5th, 1974, and in June 22nd, 1976, November 9th, 1976, October 12th, 1977, July 1st, 1979, January 3rd, 1982, April 30th, 1985, formally 6A403, amended in 122586, and September 12th, 1989, April 15th, 1991, November 25th, 1997, October 15th, 2001, March 22nd, 2005, and January 1st, 2014. Florida Educator Certificate of the Academic Administrative Degree Vocational Specialty Class Coverages. Florida Educational Certification is approved with application academic agreement, administrative degree, vocational specialty classes coverage and specified below. Temporary certificate, 3-year non-renewable temporary certificate may be issued to an applicant who does not qualify for professional certification but meets the following requirements: holds a valid official statement of status eligibility specified in section 1012-56-1 of Florida State statute, which reflects the applicant has been satisfied in specialization requirements for the specific requested. Upon obtained full-time equivalent of the position of the Florida Educator Certification required for the Florida Public State supported non-public school for the Department of Education approved of the system of documentation demonstrative of the required professional education or competency verification employment shall be submitted by the Florida District Superintendent or designee of the Chief Administrative Officer and satisfies the fingerprints requirements as follows: submits only original fingerprints which have been processed in Florida Department of Law enforcement. Florida Bureau of Investigation and specified original fingerprints shall be provided by the employing district support state supported school non-public name. The description search shall be acceptable in lieu technical fingerprint search after the two sets of the fingerprints are declared eligible. Florida Department Law Enforcement. Florida Bureau of Investigation. Individual is unable to provide fingerprints because of physical disabilities, and fingerprints shall have been submitted to Florida Department of Law Enforcement Florida Bureau of Investigation within 12-month period immediately preceding the validity of the date of the certification which is issued. Hold the Florida Education Certificate which has not experienced more than 1 year official year for the date of application. Certification is received by the Bureau of Educator Certification. Expired temporary certificates. A 3-year non-renewable temporary certificate may be issued to an applicant who has held a temporary certificate but did not hold the temporary certificate for the school year immediately preceding the full school first official year for the certificate is requested but meets all requirements specified in paragraph 1A of this rule. 2. Professional certificate. The professional certificate is the highest step of the full-time certificate issued. The professional certificate is used to applicant meets the requirements specified in section 1012-56, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6 for the Florida State statutes. However, it is a subject area that not be developed in absence such as test prohibits the individual obtaining the professional certificate, adding the subject to the professional certificate to that employing the Florida district and the superintendent, the chief administrative officer, stated supported non-public state rule verifying attainment of the accessional subject matter compliance. 3. A certificate covering speech impaired. 1 renewable temporary certificate valid to the 2 school years shall be issued. Applicant meets the following requirements, completes the application requirements specified in Rule 6A 40012 Florida Administrative Codes, obtains full-time equivalent specified in subparagraph 1A2 of this rule. School submits fingerprints to the specified in subparagraph 1A3 of this rule. Holds bachelor's degrees in speech language impairment for an accredited and approved institution as specified in 6A 4003 Florida Administrative Codes. On a non-renewable professional certificate valid for 5 school official years shall be issued for the applicant who meets the following requirements. Most requirements for the temporary certificate covering speech language impaired specified in paragraph 3A of the rule demonstrates mastery, generally knowledge of one of the options specified in section 1012-56-3. The Florida State statutes demonstrates mastery, professional preparation, educational competency. One of the options section in 1012-56-6. Florida State statute submits verification, acceptance, enrollment into graduate degree program in the speech language impaired and an accredited approved institution as prescribed in 6A 4003 Florida Administrative Code. Verification admission to the program shall be an official transcript of the letter of official of the college or university. 4. Certificate covering the only athletic coaching grades K through 12. A certificate valid for the 3 school official years reflecting only the college coaching that may be issued to an applicant who does not meet the requirements specified in paragraph 4 by this rule. The certification may be issued one at a time. The applicant who meets the following requirements completes the application requirements specified in Rule 6A 40012 Florida Administrative Codes and submits fingerprint reports specified in paragraphs 1A3 of this rule. A certificate valid for 5 school fiscal years reflecting only on the athletic coaching may be issued to an applicant who meets the following requirements. Completes the application requirements specified in 6A 40012 Florida Administrative Code, satisfies specialization requirements specified in subsection 2 and 3 of 6A 40282 Florida Administrative Code, submits fingerprint reports and specified in paragraph 1A3 of this rule. 5. Special temporary certification covering only educational learnership. The special temporary certification valid of the 3-year school official years reflecting educational leadership may be issued to applicant who meets the following requirements. Complete the application requirements specified in 6A 40012 Florida Administrative Code, submits official documentation bachelor's degree granted from accredited approved institutions as specified in 6A 4003 Florida Administrative Code, submits verification approved the school district superintendent, chief administrative officer, authorized designee of successful employment experience in the full-time executive management of the leader position, earning the passing score for Florida Educational Leadership Examination, the FELE, as specified in 6A 40081 Florida Administrative Codes Administrator on the January 1st, 2014, obtains full-time employment as specified in subparagraph 1A through of this rule, and submits fingerprint reports as specified in subparagraph 1A3 of this rule. The person operating under the special temporary certificate covering educational leadership must be under the mentorship of school administrative certification of Florida School Leader Certification Program as specified in 6A 40081 Florida Administrative Codes. A request for issuance of the special temporary certification covering the educational leadership shall be submitted to the Department A, which the employer must attest to the provided state certificate, school administrative designation as applicant members during the term of the special temporary certification. Applicant who holds a special temporary certificate covering only the educational leadership had held the same as which the expired may be issued professional certification, provide all requirements of the professional certificate in effect of the time of this filed with the completed as specified in subsection of this rule includes the satisfies and specialization requirements of educational leadership as specified in Rule 6A40082 Florida Administration Codes. In addition, will subject to the professional certificate, a subject may be added to the valid renewable professional certification when applicant meets the following requirements. A. Completes the application requirements as specified in 6A40012 Florida Administrative Codes, demonstrates mastery subject matter as specified in Section 1012-56 Florida State Statute. For each of the subject to added the professional certification, add endorsements. Endorsements may be added to the valid 3-year non-removable temporary renewable professional certification when each application meets the following requirements, completes the application requirements specified in 6A40012 Florida Administrative Codes, satisfies special requirements specified in the rules of Florida State Board of Education for endorsement to be added to this certificate. Expired certificates. A. Certificates which have been expired are invalid. Applicant who has held the professional certification has expired may secure another professional certification provided all requirements of the professional certification in effect of the time the application has been completed. The completion requirements. The issuance of the professional certificate which has expired shall not be considered as satisfaction requirements for subsequent professional certifications. Applicants who do not qualify for the professional certification may be issued temporary certifications specified in subsection 1 of this rule. Applications whose professional certification has been expired may reinstate the professional certificate as the requirements are completed as specified in subsection 6A40051-7 Florida Administrative Codes. The rulemaking authority is 1001-02, 1012-55, 1012-56 Florida State Law implicated 1012-55, 1012-56 Florida State History News, April 20, 1964, April 8, 1968, July 7, 1978, April 11, 1969, April 11, 1970, September 17, 1972, August 17, 1974, December 5th, repromulgated in December 5th, 1974, amended in November 9th, 1979, 1976, July 1st, 1979, August 27th, 1980, January 3rd, 1982, April 26th, 1984, November 18th, 1984, June 18, 1985, formerly 6A404, amended in December 25th, 1986, October 18, 1980, September 12, 1989, December 4th, 1989, April 15th, 1991, October 8th, 1991, May 3rd, 1994, October 15th, 2001, December 27th, 2004, November 26th, 2008, and March 5th, 2014. 6A4008 Specialization Requirements for Certification Administrative of Adult Education Administrative Classes. To be eligible for a Certification Administrative of Adult Education application shall complete the requirements specified below, hold a professional certification, submit a verification of 3 years of full-time teaching experience as specified in paragraph 6A4002 5A Florida Administrative Codes, complete one of the following plans: plan for the hold the master higher degree of the graduate degree major in administrative adult education, plan to hold master higher degree of the graduate degree major in educational administrative supervision, educational leadership, completed at least 6 semester hours of the graduate credit as specified below, 3 semester hours organization administrative of the adult education, 3 semester hours in the principal adult education curriculum, supervision of adult education methods and materials and adult instruction, or plan 3 hold the master of the high degree to complete graduate credit is specified below, 9 semester hours in the school administrative, which includes the last 3 semester hours in organization administrative adult education, 3 semester in basic school supervision of adult education, and 6 semester hours in the curriculum, in which includes at least 3 semester hours in adult education curriculum. Plan 4 for the whole of the professional certificate, elementary or secondary education, administrative educational leadership, complete at least 6 semester hours of the graduate school as specified below, 3 semester hours in organization administrative adult education, 3 semesters of hours in principles of adult educational curriculum, supervision, adult education methods and materials, and adult instruction. The rulemaking authority for specialization requirements for certification administrative Administrative Adult Education Administrative Classes are 1102, 111255, 111256, 111256 Florida State Law implemented 1102, 111255, 111256 Florida State History News, April 20th, 1964, and amended in April 8th, 1968, July 7th, 1968, April 11th, 1970, June 17th, 1974, August 17th, 1974, repromulgated in December 5th, 1974, amended in July 1st, 1979, formally 6A408, amended in October 31st, 1988. Florida School Leader Certification. The School Leader Certification Program shall be performance-based, shall include 2 levels of certification based on the demonstrated knowledge and result of the subject area examination required for issuance of the professional certification specified in Section 1012-56-5C shall be a requirement for Level 1 certification. Level 1 certification may designate the educational leadership requirements for the certification educational leadership as are listed in 6A40082, the Florida Administrative Codes, and a successful demonstration of knowledge in each of the principal leadership standards are described in paragraph 6A4008222A. The Florida Administrative Codes of the knowledge in each of the areas shall be comprehensive written examination administered under the direction of the department. 2. The Level 2 certification shall be designated school principal requirements. The certification principles are listed in 6A40083 of the Florida Administrative Codes, and the successful performance of the duties of the school principalship as described in 6A40083, the Florida Administrative Documentation successful performance shall be a comprehensive performance appraisal system approved by the district school board and the department. The term of the principal as are used in 6A40081 and through 6A40085 means a person assigned with the responsibility of administrative district direction, instructional leadership, and supervision of individual school as prescribed in Section 1012-013C1. This does not include persons assigned with the responsibility and the role of the assistant intern and the interim principal. Educational leadership may be shown in the temporary professional certification. School principals may be shown on the professional certification with other areas of certification shown individually without the areas of certification coverage. The school principals shall cover all positions covered in the certification, administration, supervision, supervision, and educational leadership. Rulemaking authority 100102, 101255, 101256 Florida State Law implemented 100102, 101255, 101256 Florida State History News as in July 1st, 1986, formally 6A4081, amended in July 1st, 1986, and October 31st, 1980, and July 1st, 2007. Specialization requirements for certification, educational leadership, administrative class. A master higher degree awarded by an acceptable institution defined in 6A4003, Florida Administrative Code, successful completion of Florida Educational Leadership Core Curriculum. The Educational Leadership Core Curriculum consists of the following principal leadership standard areas: instructional leadership, managing learning, environmental learning, accountability, assessment, decision-making, strategy, technology, human resource development, ethical leadership, vision, community and stakeholder partnerships, and diversity. Documentation of successful completion of Florida Educational Leadership Core Curriculum shall be one of the following plans: successful completion of Department Education proof of the pre-service program in educational leadership offered by an acceptable institution as defined in subsection 6A4003 Florida Administration Codes, newly created institution that meets approval requirements described in 6A4003 shall be considered as having met credential requirements. A graduated degree major in the educational administrative and supervision educational leadership award by an acceptable institution is defined in 6A4003 Florida Administrative Codes. A graduate degree within a major in a subject other than educational administration, administrative supervision, educational leadership, successful completion of Department Education, approved, modified by the Florida Program Educational Leadership offered by the acceptable institution defined in subsection 6A40031 Florida Administrative Codes, newly created state institution that meets approval requirements described in 6A4003 Florida Administrative Codes shall be considered as having met the credential requirements. A graduate degree with a major of the subject other than the educational administrative supervision, educational leadership awarded by an acceptable institution is defined in 6A4003 Florida Administrative Codes. 30 semester hours of graduate credit includes credits in each of the principal leadership standing areas specified in paragraphs 2A of this rules and internships or courses associated with the field experience in educational leadership. 5. Successful completion of an educational leadership training program by a Department of Education offered by the Florida Public School District. The rulemaking authority is 100102, 101255, 101256 Florida State Law implemented 100102, 101255, 101256 Florida State History News, July 1st, 1986, 6A4082, amended in October 31st, 1980. September 12th, 1989, July 17th, 2000, July 1st, 2007. Florida School Leader Certification 6A40081. The Florida School Leader Certification Program shall be performed based and shall include two levels of certification based on the demonstrated knowledge, performance, results, subject area examination required for the issuance of the professional certification as specified in Section 1012-56-5C. The Florida State Statute's requirement for a Level 1 certification. Level 1 certification must be a designated educational leadership requirement for educational leadership are listed in 6A40082 for the administrative codes, including demonstrated knowledge in each of the principal leadership standards described in 6A400822A. Florida Administrative Codes documentation and knowledge in each of the areas shall be comprehensive written examinations administered under the direction of the Department. Level 2 certification will be designated school principal. Requirements for certification of school principals are listed in 6A40083 Florida Administrative Codes, and successful performance of the duties of the school principal as described in the Rule 6A40083 the Florida Administrative Codes documentation. Successful performance shall be a comprehensive performance appraisal system approved by the district school board and the department. Determine the principles as used in the Rule 6A40081 and 6A40085 Florida Administrative Codes means that a person assigned the responsibility, administrative direction, instructional leadership, or supervision at an individual school is prescribed in Section 1012-013C1. This does not include the persons assigned for the responsibility in the role assistant intern or the intern principal. Educational leadership may be shown on a temporary professional certification. School principal may be shown a professional certificate with other areas of certification showing an individual without in other areas of certification. Certification covers the school principal shall cover all the positions covered by the certification in administrative supervision, and educational leadership. Rulemaking Authority 100102, 101255, 101256 for state law implemented 100102, 101255, 101256 for state history news September 1st, 1986, formerly 6A4081, amended July 1st, 1986, and October 31st, 1988, and July 1st, 2007. School Principal Administrative Course is 64083. To be eligible to receive certification as a school principal, an individual shall certify each of the following requirements: hold a valid professional certificate covering educational leadership, administrative supervision, documentation, successful performance of the duties of school principal. These duties shall be performed in the Department of Education approved by the district school principal certification program pursuant to Rule 6A5081 Florida Administrative Codes designed and implemented consistent with the principal leadership standards and approved by the State Board of Education. In addition, these duties shall be performed as a full-time employee of the Florida Public School and leadership position through the candidate can fully demonstrate the competency associated with the Florida Principal Leadership Standards. Be formally planned for the professional development program designed and implemented to prepare an individual effectively performed as a school principal. Be comprehensive of all duties of the school principal be performed under the directive supervision of a current practicing school principal district manager who is approved by the district school board to serve as the supervising principal or manager for this program. Demonstrate successful performance of the competency school principalship standards, which shall be documentation of the Florida district school superintendent based on the performance appraisal approved by the district school board of the department pursuant to the Rule 6A5081 Florida Administrative Codes. Individual who holds a valid Florida educational certificate covering the administrative of the administration supervision issued and prior to the July 1st, 1986 served as a school principal prior to the July 1st, 1986 is not less than one of the school year may apply for the certification as a school principal under the provisions of 6A408085 Florida Administrative Codes. Rulemaking Authority 100102, 101255, 101256 Florida State Law implemented 100102, 101255, 101256 Florida State History News July 1st, 1986, formerly 6A4083, amended in July 1st, 1986, October 31st, 1988, July 1st, 2007, and November 26, 2008. Professional School Principals and Administrative Classes, Rulemaking Authority 229-053-1, 231-15-1, 231-17-1, Florida State History Law implemented in 231-02, 231-08-61, 231-08-7, 3E, 231-15, 231-17, Florida State History News, July 1st, 1986, formerly 6A4084, amended in October 31st, 1988, repealed in June 20th, 2007. The 6A408008 professional is person certified in administrative supervision, individual who has at least 1 year of successful experience with Florida elementary, secondary school principal prior to the July 1st, 1986 shall retain all rights and privileges provided for the Florida certification administrative supervision. And all persons in this category who have served successfully for at least 1 year as a principal who are recommended employment as a principal for 1986 to 1987, therefore after may be applied to the have school principal certification shown as an individual valid professional certification to a strict level. Administrators in the category may apply to have the school personnel certification is appointed to the principal leader certification. Renewal date shall be within the validity of period of certificate on which the certification coverage is shown. 2. The teacher's intern, assistant principal, assistant principals, other school-based assistants in district level administrative without the principal experience who hold the valid certification. Administrative supervision may continue with the school-based assistants under the school board procedures, may be appointed to serve as a school-based assistant in non-school administrative positions. Rulemaking Authority 100102, 101255, 101256, Florida State Law implemented 100102, 101254, 101255, 101256, Florida State History News, July 1st, 1986, formerly 6A4085, amended in July 1st, 1986, and November 8th, 1988. 6A4013, reading endorsement competency indicator required for the approval of educator preparation programs pursuant to 6A5006, Florida Administrative Florida District in Service add-on programs pursuant to Section 1012-575, for state statutes and certification reading endorsements contained in the publication reading endorsement competency of 2011 Florida state law rules and gate with references ASPP number the reference of 0556, which is hereby incorporated by the references made in the part of this rule. Copies of the re-endorsement competency 2011 may be obtained by contacting Just Read Florida, the Department of Education, 325 West Gainey Street, Room 501, Tallahassee, Florida 32399, from the website http www.justreadflorida.com/endorsement. Standards set forth reading endorsement competencies 2011 shall be incorporated into all teacher preparation programs in district and service add-on programs no later than August 1st, 2012. The rulemaking authority is 1001-022, 1012-55-1, Florida State Law implemented 1001-215, 1012-55-1, and Florida State History News as of May 19, 2018, and amended in October 25, 2011. Revocation and suspension of certifications. When a superintendent shall be awarded, the member principal has cause to believe that a holder of the Florida teacher certification is guilty of an offense with the penalty is revocation and suspension of a teacher certification. It shall be the duty of the said superintendent, school board, of the principal to file the complaint, and the individual may file a complaint. The complaint shall include the name of the educator charged with the alleged acts of the being reported. Complaint shall be filed with the Professional Practices Services section, Department of Education of the Florida Educational Center, Tallahassee, Florida 32399. Filed complaints will be processed in accordance with Section 1012-796 Florida State Law 6816015 Florida Administrative Codes. Before an administrative complaint is filed with the Education Practice Commission and the certificate holder, it will be advised in general terms the nature of the offense being investigated, but warned that any statements may be used in the evidence in the investigation. Individual will be given an opportunity to make a statement personally and counseled by qualified representatives. Notice the opportunity to provide the subsection shall, in accordance with requirements of Section 1012-66 for state statutes and pre-hearing conference provisions of Section 1012-796-3 for state law, statutes, inability to deliver notice of the failure of the certificate holder to make a statement after the notice will not preclude in a fighting probable cause. The Commissioner is hereby delegated to authority to on the act on the behalf of the Department. The Department is a party pursuant to Section 1012-796F. 5 Florida State statutes to remain complaints with per se. Section 1012-796 Florida State statutes to act upon the complaints remained pursuant to Section 1012-796 Florida State Statute Section 1012-796 4. The Florida State Statute allows public access to written 10 days after the probable cause has been established to complaints to all appropriate information obtained pursuant to the investigation appropriation information. This package of materials upon which the Commissioner relied in the finding of the probable cause. The rulemaking authority is 1012-796 Florida State Law 120-66, 120-62, 112-796-1356 Florida State History, April 10, 1964. Amended in July 24th, 1967, April 11, 1978, June 16th, 1972, December 19th, 1974, May 24th, 1977. August 20th, 1981, formerly 6A404337. Specialization requirements for the endorsement and teacher coordination of the work experience programs, vocational and bachelor, higher degree of the certification, academic and vocational administrative specialty class coverage of 2 years of the full-time occupational experience with the equivalent in the part-time experience shall be completed as follows. Occupational shall be gained as wage earned after age 16, and the occupational experience shall be verified by the former employers for the self-employment experience of the family-owned business or experience as a firm no longer than the business experience shall be verified by an individual knowledge of the applicant. Service employment verification shall not be accepted by the applicant or the family or the members of verification shall provide the business station or notarized affidavit specifying the date of the employment, job title, the full-time or the part-time employment, when the employment was part-time, number of hours worked per week shall be included, and recency of the occupational experience of the training shall be required as follows. At least 6 weeks of the occupational experience gained with the 5-year period immediately preceding the date of the receipt of the valid application for the endorsement of the date of the endorsement is added to the valid certificate. 1 year of the teaching experience specified in the paragraph 6A40025A for administrative codes and cooperative program with during 5-year period immediate preceding the date of application for the addition of the endorsement. The 9 semester hours of the professional vocational educational to include the areas specified below. 3 semester hours in organization coordination cooperative method of vocational education. 3 semester hours in principal philosophy of vocational education, and 3 hours of semester hours in vocational occupational guidance. The rulemaking authority for specialization requirements of endorsement, teacher coordination of a work experience program, vocational classes. The rulemaking authority is 100102, 101255, 101256. Florida State Statutes Law Implemented 100102, 101254, 101255, 101256. Florida State History News, October 10th, 1989, and May 4th, 1993. Specialization requirements for the endorsement of teacher coordination of cooperative education vocational classes. The certification of vocational classes subject to the 2 years of the full-time occupational experience. The equivalent in the part-time experience shall be completed as follows. Occupational experience shall be gained as wage earning after the age of 16. The occupational experience shall be verified by a former employer for self-employment experience in the family-owned business experience as the firm is no longer business, and the experience shall be verified by an individual knowledge of the application. Servants' employment verification shall be not accepted by the applicant or the family members. Verification will provide the business stationery or notarized affidavit as it specifies the dates of employment, job title, the full-time and the part-time employment, when the employment was part-time, the number of hours per week which shall be included in the residency of the occupational experience of the training shall be required as follows. At least 6 weeks of the occupational gained within the 5-year period immediately preceding the date of the receipt application for the endorsement or the date of the endorsement is added to the valid certificate. 1 year of the teaching experience specified in the paragraph 6A40025A, the Florida Administrative Codes Cooperative Program during the 5-year period immediately preceding the date of the application of the additional of the endorsement, and 12 semester hours of professional vocational education and include the areas specified below. 3 semester hours in organizational coordinated cooperative method of vocational education, 3 semester hours in principal philosophy and vocational education, 3 semester hours in general method of teaching vocational education, 3 semester hours in vocational occupational guidance, making authority 100102, 101255, 101256, Florida State Law Implemented 100102, 101254, 101255, 101256, Florida State History News, October 10th, 1989, and amended in May 4th, 1993. And that does it for the chapter title of certification, which was chapter 6A4.